guys? Welcome to the first episode of the LKD TALKS podcast. I'm Emmanuel LKD, or you can just call me Emmanuel LKD. You know, some people can't say my last name, but it's literally only 4 syllables. Lu Wang Kum Dang. There you go. Tell you how to say it. But anyway, just getting straight into it. This is the LKD Talks podcast. And why did I want to start this podcast? Basically, I wanted to start up this podcast to serve as a weekly journal entry, if you will, about all of the reflections and realizations and reminders that I've needed for myself and that I've learned from the past week. And honestly, I've been procrastinating on this for so long. One, because I was getting over a cold. So, I mean, you don't want me to, all in the microphone. And 2, I just didn't know how to start this. I didn't know how to start this. Even just trying to record this right now, before trying to record this, I was procrastinating. I was looking at my notes I have here on my screen. I was thinking about what to say, trying to rehearse things that could pop up into my mind of what to say and when to say it, or what order should I say this in. But truthfully, that's not how conversations work, right? I mean, that's how a speech works, but that's not how a conversation works. Unless you're light Yagami and playing chess, trying to say something to get someone else to slip up. But I'm not trying to get anyone to slip up here. It's literally just me and the camera, or you're the camera, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so basically, as I said, I want us to be a weekly journal entry, just to be refreshing. And it doesn't even matter when you listen to it. It could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, beginning of the week or end of the week. I want it to just be refreshing. Shout out to Marks and Quina for the artwork, the LKD Talks artwork. It looks beautiful. Oh, the color palette is amazing. Oh, it reminds me of the style reminds me of Yoshi's woolly yarn, something like that. I don't know, because it's just so warm. It's so heartfelt, and and I also love the different. I also love the landscapes that he crafted or stroked the brush or digital brush onto it. It's just amazing. If you're watching this video, I want you to just take a look at the artwork real quick. And if you're listening to this episode, you're probably staring at the artwork right now. Or if you're not, open up your phone right now and look at the artwork. Take a screenshot, zoom into it, take a look at that artwork. It's beautiful. Amazing. Shout out Marks and Quina real quick. And another shout out I want to give real quick is to John the Hokage for the amazing beat. Ooh! Ooh, it's fire. It's fire. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bump, bum, 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 ba-dum, bump, bum, bum, bum. Anyway, I think I'm getting sidetracked, but shout out to him real quick. And yeah, I'm getting sidetracked, but that's what I really wanted to make this podcast to be, something kind of refreshing. If you're listening to it in the beginning of the week, end of the week, I want it to be refreshing because there's a lot of thoughts that I've had recently. Even this week, I've had a lot of thoughts that I'm ready to get into. But before we get started, I just have a lot of thoughts that I feel like could really relate with people, because there's actually this new word I learned called sonder. And sonder is basically this word that describes the profound feeling that everyone in their own life has a complexity of their own. And to me, I feel like not everyone's life is not complex. Everyone has different complexities. Everyone has different heartbreaks, different traumas, different accidents and realizations and lessons learned, that even though these are all different and super interwoven and complex, we can all still relate to each other. I think that's really profound that we can still all relate to each other. And my experiences are not the same as your experiences. Uh, my experiences may be far. I mean, I know one thing for sure. I was talking to my friends about this. My parents' experiences, immigrating from Laos to Thailand to America, you know, my dad's experience at 11 years old crossing the Mekong River. I don't know if he was 11, but he was a young age crossing the Mekong River compared to me, 11 years old, playing Pokemon on my DS. It's a totally different experience, but it's the most complex part of his life and the most complex part of my life. Although they're both different, we can still relate in some way. Well, not necessarily saying that those two complex experiences are the same, but I'm more so just trying to. Okay, let me backtrack real quick. More so saying that of all the complexities in our life, I guess that's what I was trying to say. With all the complexities in our lives, we can still relate on some level to each other. We all experience happiness. We all experience sadness. We all experience anger, joy, the joyful feeling of being present in the moment, which I'll get to later. And we all know what it's like when someone dies, for example, That's really what I want this podcast to serve as. I want it to be refreshing to hear my experiences and how it can relate with your experiences and my thought processes and how it can correspond with your thought processes and just whatever you're going through in life. I'm here. I'm here. I'm not going to claim to be someone who knows it all because I don't know it all. I'm only 22 and I don't have all that much life experience, but I still want to share and use my platform as a way to connect with other people. Because I have this Canon camera, I might as well use it. I've had podcast experience with the Blindfold Off podcast, and I love the conversations I've had with all of my past guests on the Blindfold Off podcast. I just learned a lot. And I want to use this opportunity to speak with a lot more people down the line as well. I think for now I'll start off with just me, but down the line I definitely do want to have other people on here so that we can reflect off of each other, our own experiences and our own thought processes and our own reflections. And I think that's really special. It's really special. It shows that we're not alone, right? It's very comforting to hear someone else is going through it as well, because it shows that we're not alone. We're all in this together. We're all human beings who have complexities in our lives. And I just think I feel like this podcast is going to be special. I can envision it, but I don't want to step too far ahead. I'm just going to live in the moment right now, enjoy my time by myself with my camera and really just enjoy the moment. This is a nice feeling. It's good to have visions. It's good to have visions of what I would like. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to fantasize. It's fun to have visions and have these dreams and stuff. But if I'm not getting started right now in the moments, then those dreams mean nothing. And that's what I kind of want to talk about right now. Okay, so living in the moment. All right, that's something I really want to talk about. I actually had a conversation with my dad about 2 days ago about living in the moment. And speaking of living for the moment, shout out to my boy Anthony Guzman. Shout out to Live for the Moment. It's a clothing store. I'm gonna put the link in the description, link in the bio, whatever. Y'all should check out that store. And I'm gonna get some water. I'm a little thirsty. Do you mind if I get some water? I don't think you mind. Oh no! Hold on, my computer just went off for a second. Why did it go off? No, hang on. Experiencing some technical difficulties real quick. It's still recording? Nice. Nice, you're still recording. Alright, but yeah, anyway. Live for the moment. So this hoodie in particular, it's a dope hoodie. It's got flowers on the sleeves. And it says Memento Mori. Now, I didn't know what Memento Mori meant. I assumed it just means live for the moment. Until I looked it up. It's Latin for remember that you must die. Wow. I thought it was going to be something positive, but I mean, in a way you could take it positively. You could take it in a positive way where it can prompt you to take action, can prompt you to make the most out of life. And I want to say I haven't really lived in the moments until this past July, like 4 months ago. I think that's 4 months ago. Summer 2022, basically. Me and my family, we drove down to Florida in a minivan from Wisconsin. So Wisconsin, driving down to Florida. We went through Illinois, then we went to Tennessee. We stopped in Tennessee. We saw the mountains. I think it's called the Great Smoky Mountains. It was beautiful. Excuse me, I'm about to burp. No, never mind. Okay, nothing came out. Just going to the mountains, just seeing it. It was beautiful, spending time with family. And the thing, we were in the mountains for, I want to say 2 hours at the most. It was wild. It's like the whole national park was just driving through it. We thought we could just walk out. I mean, we did walk out to it to see the different levels of elevation along the mountainside. Beautiful. There was smoke and fog, and it was beautiful. That's an experience to remember for sure. And then I remember we drove down through Georgia. We had Waffle House for the first time because we don't have Waffle House in the Midwest. And then we went down to Florida. Oh my gosh, the humidity was crazy. The Florida people were going crazy. Florida drivers are crazy. Tennessee drivers are also bad too. Don't get me wrong. Oh my goodness. Or I think it's Georgia people. South people are just bad drivers. Ooh, they're gonna put me on a snake for that. But I'm sure y'all people in the South might agree too. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. And then after our trip to Florida, it was so much fun. We made a lot of memories. Me and my siblings bonded a lot more. A lot of memories. Shout out to LCC. Amazing time. Especially the LCC youth. Amazing time. Love those people. Then we came back. And me and my family, we bonded because we all got COVID. Yeah. Yeah, it was not fun driving back with COVID. The whole minivan was just cloaked in COVID. It was not fun. It was not fun. And then we came back. We actually got our test results. So along the way driving back, we were joking like, what if we got COVID? I feel like we got COVID. And then we were just like, nah, just shrugging it off. Like, nah, we don't have COVID. But we felt tired. We were so tired driving back. It was me and my brother who took turns driving the car. But oh my gosh, I was so tired. This isn't COVID, I promise. It's a cold because, it's the weather's changing and stuff like that. But anyway, getting back on topic, we were just stuck in the house for a whole week or two, just fighting off COVID. That's my dad sneezing. He doesn't have COVID either. Again, it's just the weather, I promise. But yeah, so I feel like I made a lot of memories, a lot of fun memories. We went to a lot of different food sites. I went to a lot of different national parks. We saw the ocean. It was just a beautiful family fun experience. And I feel like it wasn't until then where I really started to appreciate my family since I've been with them. Because not gonna lie, I graduated back in December of 2021. I came back, and honestly, I've just been cooped up in my room. Trying to work on music, the Blindfold Off podcast, just trying to elevate my own dreams and aspirations. But at the same time, I wasn't really living in the moment with my family that was still there. You know, there was a part of me that felt really bad, and I just like broke down emotionally. I remember I was talking to my dad about it. I was just breaking down because like I don't know why I haven't felt so close to my siblings or anything like that, or my family as much. And then my dad said, it's he said it pretty bluntly. Basically, he basically said, that's your choice. You have to make a balance. It's your choice. You have to make a choice. You chose, like he told me, you chose to be up in your room after every time we eat dinner or whatever, and to edit or do whatever. And something I want to do more of is actually come, downstairs in the living room, just chill with my siblings while I still have them, while they're still in the house. I want to experience living in the moment with my family more. I'm telling myself, I'm saying this right now, but what am I doing? I also had a conversation with a friend about trying to make the most of the opportunity while I still can with my parents while they're still alive. Because, there's some people that don't have their parents anymore. And those people who don't have their parents anymore, my condolences to you. I'm sorry. And something that they say is, I wish, my mom or my dad was still here so I can spend more time with them. And it makes me really reflect on, dang, like, what am I doing to spend time with my family? We'll watch movies occasionally, but yeah, I'm just deep in thought right now. And I hope for you who have your parents still as well, you listening or watching this, I hope that you can still make an effort to be present with your family as well, because for the first 6 months of 2022, I just felt I was so disconnected from them. I even say, shameless plug, I even say in one of my songs, Legend, that I've been disconnected from family. And I want to change that. I want to be more connected with them. I feel like I definitely am being more connected with them. I shouldn't feel entitled just because I'm their son. Oh, that's a voice crack. I shouldn't feel entitled just because I'm their son to have a close relationship with them. Or, I do have a close relationship with them, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying from his position, if I wasn't as close with them as I am now, I shouldn't have felt entitled, if that makes sense. I hope you're catching what I'm saying. It all starts with showing up, being present, showing up in the living room, serving my family, washing dishes for my mom. Yeah. I'm just going to let this kind of marinate. I've been listening to the Basement with Tim Ross podcast, and a word that he says is marinate a lot. He says that a lot in his podcast episodes, where he says something and then he wants the listeners to marinate in that statement. I'm not going to pretend like I have a statement that excuse me, sorry about that. that I want y'all to marinate in, because this is all off the dome as well. But I do want to marinate on how and what actions we can take to live in the moment with family specifically, you know? I want myself right now, I'm thinking about right now, just being honest about how I want to spend time with them while I still have them before I move out and, live on my own, you know? Something that we do want to do, we do watch movies occasionally together. I said that a few minutes ago. Last movie we watched was Everything Everywhere All at Once. Probably not the best family movie. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. With some trophies and, but we do plan to see Black Adam in theaters together as a family. That's going to be fun. And I'm just trying to think of some other ways for us to spend more time together. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be thinking about this more after this show, after this episode. Oh, my goodness. Hang on, I'm sorry about that. My computer just tends to shut off when nothing's active, basically. Even if it knows I'm recording, it's not going to be active. I need to have like a video playing in the background or something to keep my screen alive. But yeah. So yeah, that's what's been going through my mind this week about living in the moment and just, memento mori, remember that you must die. Because we're all humans, we're all mortal, and there's really no telling what could happen. Tonight, I don't know what I'm going to be doing tonight. I'll be dumping the footage from this camera and from the FL Studio onto my computer. Depending on how busy we are, I'm not gonna promise that I will do something with my family right after this. Eventually I will, honestly, just being present in the little things, it doesn't even have to be super extravagant. It doesn't have to be like going to the movies or going to the park every week. Just something like showing up, being in the living room around them, something my dad loves to do is show pictures that he took throughout the week. And he just has a good time. He just has, like his laughter and his joy in sharing photos with me. That's, just that is enough, Just the little moments like that is enough. I actually cherish those moments because I love seeing his smile. I love seeing his joy when he shows me pictures and he just laughs at things that aren't even that funny, but I pretend to laugh with him. I don't pretend to laugh with him. I do laugh with him because I just enjoy the moment with that. Even just the little things in life are something to appreciate. So, as the shirt says, or as the brand says, live for the moment. I think that might be the episode title for this episode. LKD Talks, live for the moment. Oh, something I wanted to say real quick again. With the LKD Talks title, it's a play on words between my last name, LKD, and Talks. So I mentioned before in this episode where I want this to be a refresher. I want it to be Emmanuel Unplugged, for example, or per se, where I basically detox from the week. So it's a play on words with LKD Talks, so you get it. But yeah, so yeah, I think this should be a good place to wrap it up. Thank you for watching this podcast episode, the first installment of the first episode of LKD Talks. Thank you for listening. You can Follow me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, LKD Talks by Emmanuel LKD. We're up on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube as well. The video will be out on YouTube if you want to see my, facial expressions and my laughs, and see me go back to fix my computer when it's dying on me. And my beautiful setup, Jake the dog, Goku and Chi-Chi. You're not going to see him a lot, but I got Kakashi over here too. Well, yeah. We got Elmo. I got my Elmo costume. You're not going to see him. Oh, Sasha from AOT. Okay, that's enough. That's enough people to plug. And I should probably wrap this up. Y'all don't want to hear my coughs anymore. But yeah, so appreciate you if you made it this way. I'm looking forward to next week's episode. And we'll see what realizations, reflections, and reminders that I have for next week. So, without further ado, appreciate y'all. Shout out again to Mark Sinquina, John the Hokage, Anthony from Live for the Moments. Shout out to all you beautiful people. And shout out to you watching this video, listening to this video. I'm really bad at goodbyes, really bad at wrapping things up. That's the Midwest in me. Hope y'all have a blessed day, blessed start of the week, blessed end of the week, blessed middle of the week. Hope y'all take care and peace out.